MITs and Hey There, Delilah. Let's welcome onto the show Kevin Dean. Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Sue. How are you?
Yes, I'm very well.
Long time no speak.
Yes, I know. The last time you were in, we were talking about all your cat music.
You know, funny thing is, I just heard you talk about cats a minute ago.
Yeah.
And it reminded me, was Radio Cambridge.
Yeah.
And about the Mogology CD, wasn't it?
That's right, yes.
And you're talking about cats again.
I know. Well, cats, you see, are interesting creatures, aren't they?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And you've got, how many have you got? 3?
3, yeah.
Yeah. And is one of them extra talented at all?
Well, they're all stars, aren't they? They're all quite famous because they've been in the cat books, the cat magazines, and of course the Mogology CD as well.
Yeah.
So they are quite fairly well known. And I think as for talents, they're all different in their own way. I mean, they can sort of meow in tune sometimes, living in a musical house, you see.
That's what it is, yes.
But they're great. How many cats have you got now?
My mother's got 2, my daughter's got 2, and I don't have any cats at the moment, sadly. No,
just Stanley Dog.
Just Stanley Dog, yes. He's very neurotic and getting quite elderly now, but he can still, cost me a bit at the vet, but he can still hold his own. Bless him. He's doing all right.
He's quite famous, though, isn't he? Now,
Stanley Dog. He's a legend, absolutely. Yeah. Now, talking of legends, of course, you have a legend on a variety show that you have organised. Tell us about it.
That's right. It's The Variety Show 2009. This is at the Fisher Theatre in Bungay on the 27th of May, next Wednesday.
Yeah.
And the legend himself, Mr. Keith Skews. Yeah. You mean...
Yes.
He's actually presenting and comparing the show. So it's brilliant to have him on board doing that.
Absolutely. And, of course, celebrating 50 years in broadcasting.
That's right, yeah. I mean, he's doing all these different interviews on the radio and things, talking about these 50 years. I mean, lots of stories to tell there. And he's re-releasing his book, Pop Went the Pirates, which is a book he had a few years ago, all about the pirate radio stations in the past. And he's publishing now, I think, next week.
Is he? Oh, bless him.
This week or next week, but he's going to be signing copies that night at the show.
Oh, right, that's cool.
Probably after the show.
Yeah.
So that'd be great to, see that book out again as well, updated version.
And pirates very much in vogue at the moment, of course.
Are they?
There's the film out, isn't there? And
amazing.
Of course, wonderful Essex did their pirate, and he still does his pirate radio skew, which is fantastic. So, how did you come about, to say to him, do you fancy doing this, Keith?
Well, working with Keith about 5 or 6 years ago on this single we did, Scoosville, which was like a remix of his theme tune. So being friends with him since then, and I know he does these variety shows in London in front of royalty.
Does he now?
And I've always done these variety shows around the world in theatres and cabaret, show bars, etc. And putting together this show in Bungay, I thought, well, it would be great to get Keith to compare it and, be up front there, bringing the acts on and off and chatting to the audience. And to answer your question, I literally phoned him up and said, you still doing your variety shows? He said, yes. I said, would you like to do one, in Suffolk? And he said, great. And I was really thrilled to bits when he said yes,
Absolutely. So will the audience be as well.
Oh,
because,
yeah, definitely, yeah.
He's a real great personality and such a lovely gentleman as well.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Down to earth, real true gent, yeah. Definitely.
All right, then. So we can expect a turn or two from Keith Skews.
Yes. So he's bringing the acts on. So there's myself as the instrumentalist. I'll be playing all the guitar classics, from the Shadows and Burt Weed and the mandolin. Instrumentalist, that's my sort of title. And we've got Ollie Day. Ollie Day is a very funny man, magician, comedian, stand-up comic. I mean, familiar to a lot of the listeners because he used to be on the radio. Yeah, he did.
Wasn't he at Cromer a couple of years ago?
He is at Cromer this Christmas.
That's right, yes.
This season.
Yeah.
No, but he was regularly on BBC Radio Norfolk as a presenter. And then he started doing his shows, and he's just back from touring around the world. I've seen Ollie so many times, on stage, working with him. And always, in fits of laughter backstage because he's so unpredictable and just mad, totally mad.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It's always good fun. And what about anybody else?
Eve Bridger.
Oh, right, yes,
international
singer.
vocalist. I mean, she's been around for a lot of years.
Yeah,
fantastic. I mean, she does all the theatres and things, and great personality. She just sings all the different things. In fact, I actually go back to Ollie. Ollie was actually on TV last Tuesday on the BBC programme called 10 Things You Need to Know About Sleep.
Oh, right.
9 o'clock it was on last week, and he presented a little segment in that, which was quite fun.
Yeah.
So, so Eve, myself, Ollie and Keith will be, out there on stage, and it's going to be a good full production variety show, which you don't really see nowadays so much. You get your summer seasons and things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but not sort of like inland so much, do you? Because they're always kind of like a theme and a variety show is a good thing. So if this is successful, then you're thinking about touring it around the UK or the Eastern Counties?
Definitely, doing more shows. Yeah. Sort of smaller theatres. So for one night only is quite a rarity.
Yeah,
so you get your summer seasons, and I was always obsessed as a child with the variety show. Sort of living there, Great Yarmouth, and seeing all the big seasons and things in those days. So I've appeared in them so many times, but I've never actually co-produced one before. So I thought, well, we'll do one in Suffolk. And the Fisher Theatre is a great venue in the sense that it's not massive. It's not like a 2,000-seater. But it's a really old building. It's been renovated about 2 years ago, and it's really high-tech, really modern, great little bar, cafe, lovely venue, and just really nice people. I played there last year, actually. So I'm really looking forward to actually perform there again next week. All
right, well, it sounds brilliant. If people want to get tickets, can they get them from the theatre, or where do they get them from?
The box office number. I can give you the number, actually, if you want.
Yeah, OK.
It's 01986 89 7130. And they're only £10 as well. That's another thing, to try and keep the price down.
Absolutely.
To a really affordable price, especially sort of this current situation,
Yeah.
£10 for a full variety show next Wednesday, 7:30pm in Bungay.
All right, OK, well, that sounds good. Have a brilliant show, and well done you for getting there. And give I know everybody wants to give their love to Keith Skew, so please give him mine as well.
I will do.
All right. You take care, Kevin. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Take care.
The latest traffic and travel
from BBC Radio Norfolk.